Chair, if the nominee is approved, now this is one of the ministry that is going to have the highest interaction with Parliament because of the budget making process, and I had asked that question but it was not answered because of Article 221. And the article says nominee, and this is the same thing that was reminded your predecessors. Rotich, when he came for vetting, he said he's going to engage. This is the longest serving chairman of budget committee now is the majority leader. This has been the biggest problem between Parliament and Treasury, and it has not been resolved. So I want to put it to you whether you will be the one, if you are approved, you are the one who will resolve it. It says the National Assembly shall consider the estimate submitted under Clause 1 together with the estimate submitted by the Parliamentary Service Commission, the Chief Registrar of Judiciary, under Article 127 and 173. And 4, before the National Assembly considers the estimates of the revenue expenditure, a committee of the Assembly shall discuss and review the estimate review the estimates and make recommendations not to Treasury but to the Assembly. Now what happens normally, Treasury, they go and make their budget estimates and bring it to Parliament. And they want to force Parliament to pass the estimates as they have brought it. And if you don't do it, they go and tell the President. Then the President summons the budget committee and tells them, this is my budget. But the Constitution says the National Assembly should review and submit it to the Assembly. It is if there are things that needs to be changed, then the Assembly will discuss it with the budget committee. Then at the floor of the House, they can agree that this is the budget we are going to pass. This has been a bad practice in our country. But nominee, are you willing to change so that Parliament can have its leeway, its freedom to discuss the budget and pass it within the Assembly?
Yes, majority.
Chair, with your indulgence, maybe just to put in better context what the Honorable Junet is saying, CS nominee. Parliament indeed considers what Junet is saying in line with the Constitution through the BPS. But the main challenge has been deviation from what is passed on as a budget policy statement, because it also includes estimates and ceilings. When you table your annual estimates, it is completely different from what was passed as a budget policy statement. So maybe just to paraphrase what Junet is asking, are you going to commit that what then is agreed on as a budget policy statement, because that is what you commit to and that is what the House passes, that then you will ensure that your annual estimates are in line with that budget policy statement? And it goes along with CS nominee into ensuring that you stick to what you intend to do, because again the other big problem we've had is abuse of Article 223 of the Constitution. And I have engaged you in another fora, and you know, where the current National Treasury CS has committed close to 200 billion shillings over and above what has been approved by Parliament without approval of Parliament. Therefore, maybe I should also add that as a question. Are you also committing that in case you are approved, we shall see to an end to the abuse of Article 223? Because it is reserved for things that are of emergency in nature, not to pay for land like the Ruaraka land scandal. Maybe for information, the Ruaraka land scandal emanated from Article 223. It's something that was done especially around this time when there are no committees of Parliament yet set up, just before an election or immediately after an election. Are we going to see an end to that abuse of Article 223?
Sure. Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Honorable members, and thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Junet. Let me say this.